Alright, welcome back to Dyson Sphere program, where we build Dyson spheres for fun and profits. So here we are, we've created plates, both the copper and the iron kind, and let's just pull up what we need to make here again. So we've made a lot of the basic stuff already. But I do want to move the mall over. So yeah, I'll basically just recreate it all and make it look more prettier, more gooderer on there. I've got a ton of stuff that I picked up as well that I can probably get rid of. Let's see. So the nice thing is, when we're building all of these resources, since they don't need to have tons and tons of it, we don't need tons and tons. It doesn't really matter how much stuff we have. It's more important when we're creating all of this, and especially right now, the energy matrix is coming up next. We've already got this set up. That's going to require large amounts of stuff. So this is going to require the coal, and it will require oil. So we do have to get that stuff set up. Mainly, we're going to need to create the oil extractor and the oil refinery, and as you can see down here, they both include this thing here, which is a plasma exciter, which we don't have any of yet. Those require this prism, which comes from glass. So we do have some glass being made, but we're going to need more to make all of this good stuff that then can make this good stuff. But first, let's just recreate the stuff that we're going to need up top here. And again, I want to make this look better than it did before. So let's get rid of this rock while I'm up here. And part of that is I'm going to remove this leg of that. Let's pull that over to there. And we'll get rid of that. And we are going to want to have the edge of our resources be coming down here. That edge should be this one here. So build it out to that. And then we're going to skip one row in between. Put that out there. So this one actually will be coming down right here. All right, and we'll have room to add in some more of these and some more of these if we need them, which once we upgrade, since this has 210, actually this 210, we should on this belt have sufficient numbers. If we hover over this, you can see the transport speed is 6 per second, and that's going to be 360 because 6 per second, and there's 60 seconds in a minute. 360 items, and this is running at 210 items per minute. So this belt is sufficient for that, so we don't have to worry about that. If we add more on, we might need to upgrade our belts, but for now we don't really have to worry about that. So let me get rid of this. And what we're going to do is, as I'm thinking about it, we don't really want to waste the space that we have up here either. We don't have to worry about expanding this out yet, because when we're adding stuff on, it's going to be lower down. But sorry, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. So I'm thinking what we're going to do, let's get some buildings. No, we want to create, so we got these plates here. We want to create, we only want to create this when we're creating these because there's nothing else that uses them yet. As far as I know, let's just verify all this. As far as I know, no other recipes are going to be using the magnets. So it really is going to just be when we need to make these things. And anything else like this is going to be dependent on these. So electric motors and stuff. Let me again look around really quick and see what is nearby here. There's stone way over there, but nothing else really close by. So we got the plates. Let's go ahead and build the assemblers for this and this. And while we're at it, we can include this one. What does this one need? It's the glass. So let's set up some assemblers for these items, and we're going to make basically what would do a full belt load of stuff, and just pump it back onto here. So we're going to have the basic materials here, then the kind of the next stage here, and then it gets more complex as we go to the right, looking this direction. That's kind of the general plan that I'm going to be doing. First rows. Again, I don't want to... We've got some space up here and might as well use it. So let's throw in our assemblers. Where is my assemblers? Right there. And we'll use this square here, I think. I'll zoom in a little bit. Ah! Mouse slipped right when I was putting it down. I don't know how much of these will go through at any one time, but we do need to power some stuff here. We do have these, but we're not making them yet. We're going to need to make more of these, because what I want to do is run the insertion belts. And actually, that's a bad place to put these. Let me just get rid of those, because I want to run the belts through there. So let's... put this over like that. That should work. I don't know if we... there's going to be a shadow there. I'll just do coverage like that, I guess. It's not the most efficient, but it'll work. So what I want to do is input here, and when we input, we're going to have the belts run next to each other. That's fine on the import side. Well, that's going through. Let's do copy and paste. And then we're going to have the export come back out this way. And that's going to meet up here actually, so we can go ahead put that up to there, because that's where it's going to live. These plates do have, okay, still have that. Okay. And let me see if 3 is going to be enough. Okay, this is going to require us to have these first. So before we run that in, first of all, We're going to need more of these than we do of the plates. So the plates will be on the outside one, because right now using these inserters is going to take them twice as long to pull it in. So if we need two of the magnetic, sorry, we're making magnetic coils. If we need two of the magnets and one copper, then pulling from here and then pulling from there with the same speed is going to have the same amount of numbers going in at the same time. So what we're going to do then is, before we get to here, we're going to need more smelters. We've got tons of smelters here. I'm going to have this come up to here from somewhere. I probably, if I need two of those, I wonder how fast this is going to go. So get rid of the rocks that way. From here, it won't let me know until I actually have items in there, though, is the downside. And of course, I'm going to need power as well. I'll put it on this line, have it. Yeah, if I match it with that one, I think that should be fine. I come up to here and I click on this, I'll just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just take 5. Come back over here. So I have 7 total. Let's see how many parts per minute it makes. It makes 40. Okay. So next up, we have some plates here. And if we dump those into there and then we dump these, this makes 45. But because the ratios are kind of weird, it might actually be making 90 the way that this goes. The math is a little weird on these, but I'm thinking if we want 45, so that'd be 90, 125. So we'll probably need 4 of these for 3 of those. Just rough estimate, we might need to add more. Let's zoom in so I can see. So we got that. I'm just going to use 4 for now. And copy, paste, paste, paste. Alright, so with that here, sorry, it's fun with having my surgery. Having to find a comfortable position. Now this is where it could be a little bit of a problem to get it over there because of not having land to put it on. So my idea of going over the lake, I think, is in general a decent idea, but I'm going to need to have it roughly here, I think. And we want to, actually we'll just do the elevation like this. Have that going through, and then I'll hit the up arrow to make sure that this is going through. And actually, there's nothing really stopping me if I want to actually do the input going this direction. So the only thing is it does have to be on the ground. So if we run it this way, I was originally thinking running it this way, but we can actually run this through and make sure this is up in the air. This control is kind of finicky. It's really weird how sometimes it just works and then sometimes you're like, what is this doing? But we want this to come down. that there, come up to there, and then go to there. No, that's not going to work. Ah, I did the whole thing. Okay. And let's just dump some of that in. Get it out of my inventory. And then from here, we'll start here, and this is going to come across to there. That does not have a recipe. Alright, I need to export as well. And then I'm going to need to import. Alright. Next up, we're going to need this to come through, and unfortunately where that is located, be close to there, but the other thing is I don't know that this does. Wait, I should have this structure here. So if we take this tab, I do want to elevate it, I think. So it does need to be this one, and rotate. So if we do it that way, I think we have enough space to come down to there. Oops. I actually need the belts, which are here. Let's make sure that that's going through first. Okay, so we'll go through. Now, when we connect this over here, we have to go one further. Okay, but that is going to be on this line here. And it's just unfortunate that I can't squeeze it over there. This should be fine. Go ahead and build that. And now this should be on the ground. What we need to do is come out, stay down, boom, boom. And then we'll do 2, because it's pulling from the farther one. And then these need exported out. So there we go. So with that, we're basically adding it to our new bus. that's coming on down here. And we might not even need to continue this one. It depends on if we have to recreate this later on. So for now, I'm going to leave this here and not bring that one forward as I move these other lines down. And then if we have to, like for example, when we get down to build, let's get back to here. When we get down to build these, if I need to create another set of these, then I might carry this down and create another set of smelters to do it as well. But this should hopefully keep all of the supply, at least in the beginning, because right now these, aside from being used in the machines, which really don't matter because I'm going to be capping them, even if I let them fill up the entire box, there's just not that much use of them, and when I do use them, it takes quite some time before I need them again. So it has time to refill, and the hit that it'll have on the production is not a big deal for anything that's created on this screen. It's only the stuff that's created on here where it'll be a big deal. And this is the only one that it appears like I will actually even have that take a hit on. So yeah, let's see. So we got other plates down here. So as I'm thinking about it, because I don't want to run up anything else this direction before carrying back down. So that's just going to be some space, but I can now come across through here. Maybe even this line and do our next thing, which I probably will want it to be we'll need to add space for the next return. I guess next up we should probably do these. That's going to be the simplest thing to add, and we're going to need it further down. So we'll do 3 more of these, and we'll use this line for the input, which will be on this side. And I'm going to give myself space this time around, so put it here. This one's going to be pretty straightforward because it's just one input row. That down there. And then when it's output, it's going to be 1, 2. It's going to be coming out to there. It looks like I'm going to need to go pick up some more belts here, so that my drones do their job, and then I power these. So since I have that in place, I can actually just put that there. And I'll power everything, and then let's go ahead and get the recipe on, which is going to be for these. Okay, am I going to need anything else besides those? I think I've got everything. I really do have most of the stuff that I need here except for belts at the moment. So down here, we'll actually just go ahead and take all of them, because with the construction that I'm doing, I'm going to need a lot of belts. So now that I'm on here, what I'm going to need is this here, and it's going to have to turn here, I believe. So we will grab this, and I actually want that one rotated to this way. We'll have that build through, and then go up. Okay, so I have to go one more back. Because it has to go one out. So let me do that part first, make it a little easier. So up, boom. Once up twice, so we hit there. Oh, wrong key. Come over to here, hit that, and then go down. So that is the closest. And then we put that over to there. Use that, and we do that. So that will split off. I don't have any, get this tree out of the way. I don't have any inserters here yet, so let's grab that. There we go. Now for basic components, what else do we need? So we're going to need some high purity silicon, we're going to need stone, we're going to need this, this. We got this stuff. I'm not concerned with making this just yet. That'll be... Well, or do I want to make this now? This... It's not going to be included in any of this stuff, so it's going to be needed, but we need this as well. This probably would be the next thing, because again, this is going to be pretty straightforward with that, except that instead of these assemblers, this is going to be smelters on there, so that works good. Yeah, I'll do that next. So the smelters, and we're going to be hooking that up on this line here. I should have room to put that in there. So I'll just declare that this is where the output's going to go. If I have to move it, I'll move it here in a second. But this gives me enough room right now, I believe. And we just need smelters on here. And, you know, I'll just put 4 on to match up with that. You know, this we can put into there. And for this, we'll just come back down and we'll repeat this. We fix there. Actually, before, because I've got a lot of clutter in here, let me just get rid of some of these really quick. And sort that, because I'm going to be picking up a few more right now. So again, it's going to be inserted on this row here, which we can tell from here is going to be landing about there. If we do that, I'm going to move it up because we want to give space for this. And we can connect it later, so that's not a big deal, but we'll put that up to there. Okay, that's going to come across to here. And that means we're going to need to dismantle that. Probably one more. Let's just make sure. Yes. You want it to there, then down to there. Perfect. The more practice I'm getting with this game, the easier some of this stuff becomes. Can't dump stuff in there, but that's fine. And we'll split across. Make sure everything is running. Looks good. And then we'll have steel on here too. I think I dragged that down even though I said I wasn't going to. Just so I don't do that in the future, I'll cut that back up to there. So we got this stuff here. This is going to require other things from this column. We got this stuff here. Yeah, let's go ahead and just make the electric motors next, I guess. So at this point, we'll move that forward. And then it's going to be there for the new stuff. If that gives me enough room, I might have to bump it over a little bit because we'll have to see here. Now, make these in the assembler. Let's correct the assembler. So, before I drop it down, how many rows do I need for this? I need 3 separate things for this one. So this, this is where it might be more beneficial to make sure we can set that up. But we're gonna need these engines in order to do this one. So, I mean, we might have to come back and upgrade. Yeah, oh, can't delete. We gotta dig. The other way. Okay, so we're gonna need 3 inputs on here. So I want to give a little bit of space here, and then we're gonna bump this up a little bit as well. So just one row there, so I can do 1, 2, 3 inputs. And then we're going to have 1, 2, and 3 of these. And I'll take all those to the end there, even though probably don't need to. Put that there. So this is going to be motors. Now to get everything over might take some finagling too, because we can't do right next to each other, I don't believe. But we should be able to get close, and we're going to have to actually need this again. So if we're going to make these, we're going to need that. So we're going to need this, this, and this. Plates. So everything's going to be plates, of course. But gears, and then those in the middle. And And so right now what I'm going to do is make sure that these two are staggered, so the plates will go to this one. Plates will be on this side. Go back 4. I think I only need 3, but I just want to make sure I don't. Yeah. Just want to make sure I get this in the right spot. Up, out, over. And I have to zoom in and make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay. I'm not yet going to hook up everything else on here, but then this is where it could be interesting. So this part here is the part, and I think it will work. Wait, that's the steel, isn't it? Yeah, that's the wrong one. Okay, so it's this one. What? It should be good enough with just 3. So I'm going to actually, in order to get this in the right spot, I'm actually going to reverse out here. So this will work. And the only thing is, yeah, this should work for, even if all 3 belts are next to each other, like if this was up here, then there should be enough space. So this probably will work as an idea. And now this is where I'll just use these. And then this one here, because it's going to be very slow, and that will at least stabilize as much as I can. From there, export's fine. Okay, now we'll hook up the rest of this stuff really quick. And that works. Alright, and so it gets us getting some stuff in here, and now we've got these motors on the line. You can see how big this can get when we're doing everything. But again, for these lines, we really only need stuff that's on this page, because the mall is where we'll create this other stuff, and that can literally be anywhere. And actually, by the time that we get the let me just pull up the research. By the time we get planetary logistics system in place, then it will be anywhere, and we'll have these towers that will just control what comes where. So that's ultimately what we're building towards. And let's see, we still have, even as far as we're down this way though, we still have a ton of space to go before we're in any danger of hitting our old stuff. So let's just get back to here. And we've gotten all of this stuff. Really, yeah, we can do circuit boards. And then after that, what do these things take? So this needs the glass. So circuit boards are the next thing, and then I'll probably call it an episode, because before I can do anything else, I'm going to have to get stone, and I'll probably pull the stone from here. Pull it across and have the stone join. I'll actually build the glass and the rocks over here and just have like the two lines come in to join where we're going to have these. But for now, let's make sure we get the circuit boards. And circuit boards are assemblers. They take two inputs. So we're going to be bumping a little bit over there again. So I'll grab this. So we'll skip one row. We'll come here. Need these two inputs. And okay, so this, let me get the recipe in. It needs twice as many iron, so the iron has to be on the inside belt. So the iron will do. I think that's in the right spot. Up, over. Nope. So we actually need that. And that's on the right grid now. Over to here. I don't need my back in the way. Skip that. Down. Boom, boom. We might have a problem if I can't squeeze it in here though, because that's there. Let's just see what happens if I try to put this in. Yeah, so even though there's plenty of space here, it doesn't like that. So this has to go on to the other side is what that would be. So this, with that there though, this is gonna be okay. So I can't put that. Even though I need this, I won't be able to put it where it's on this side of the. It's got to go on this belt, in other words, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to have to build better inserters. This will just build slowly is all. Because the thing that it needs more of is going to be on the outside lane. There's nothing I can do on that. Because I have to build this on this side here, the way that I've got this set up. Kind of build myself into a corner. Like I could, and if I was doing more planning, I should instead have this redone and put something else here before I need those two things together. But it's not a big deal in my opinion, so. It'll just be a little slower, and then again, once I get the faster inserters, I have two of them, so I can use 2 of them at least, but the rest is going to be slow. So this last one going to be pretty slow at first. I have to remember to upgrade it. But this, at least in theory, is working so far. I can get the stuff looking relatively decent. That needs hooked up there. Let's just make sure that this is working. We're getting goods. Nice. And so yeah, the next thing, as I was mentioning, is going to be moving some stone and glass over. And so those I will set up over here and bring the belts in, probably join them up here. So yeah, I'll leave a blank on here where it'll just come through. Or do I want to have... Yeah, I'm thinking with the space it's just going to be fine if I leave it like about here. And then this one here. So they'll probably come in on these tracks here to show up on this. But that's going to be in our next episode. So I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day, and peace out.